Number 13 on our agenda has to do a report from the Long Range Planning Committee. And who's going to speak? Did I see Ken come in the door? Is that, who's going to talk? Tim? Yeah.
Who's between them?
Yeah.
You're sitting in the middle.
You need to update on that too.
Yeah. He's a sibling. We're gonna flip a coin, or what we're gonna do?
He's cheap.
I think it'd be more fun if they arm wrestle.
He's cheap, he wins. Just real quick, IT wise, biggest thing's been going on, obviously, is all the happenings down at the White House Station we're working on. Doing the install of being room ready down there. Other than the expenses for materials, all the labor so far has been done by White House and by volunteers that are down there. We're probably 250 hours, 250, 300 hours in man hours in working on there. The room is pretty well done. We've got a lot of the wiring done. We're finishing up the last couple items this week. Hooking up the air conditioning system. Electrical's already been run. The fire suppression system is in. It's all set and ready to go. Finishing up the flooring, being the last of it sealed this week. We'll move the equipment in hopefully on Friday. Should start to be able to hook things up pretty quick. I'm going to defer to Larry as far as timetable is after that when that gets done, but moving along real quick on all that. Also been working obviously with Long Range Planning Committee and looking together at their needs. Going to be focusing probably on training here pretty quick, trying to get some of that stuff up and running. We're looking at the existing programs that we've been using now, particularly training division, for doing new training of new firefighters that are coming in. We can probably set something up along those lines, but obviously a greater benefit cost-wise for or less impact to the ESD in terms of money by doing it all internally. Long project, work in progress, but we're moving along with it. So, any questions?
Have we got to the point where are we going to need to buy new computers because of the new system, upgrade some of that? Would that come out of the fire department budget or what they have running is?
No, we've obviously already expensed last month when you approved the basic server system we have, so we've got all that hardware coming in. All of that's going to interface with the computers that are currently at the stations. Should be able to work with everything right now. Larry, unless I don't think you see any problems at all.
Yeah, there's a couple of stations that are going to need a computer here and there just because they're outdated, but I can only think of probably 4 computers that need to be replaced that'll all come out of their budget. It is budgeted. Before we got started with the server system, y'all did another bulk purchase where we purchased the network equipment. That's what laid the groundwork for everything being able to connect to the station. We're going to be fine.
Moving very quickly, and glad to see it's going as well as it is. We're coming along with it. So. Any other questions? Okay.
Appreciate your work.
One other quick thing on long range. The training program, we just about got it up and running. Of course, IT has a lot to do with that too, that we're still a big piece of the pie we're waiting on. One other thing that we're waiting on that we have to make sure of, and it's with our insurance company right now, and they're supposed to get back with us and let us know, is whether there's going to be any additional cost for our instructors to insure our instructors. They said if it is, it's probably not going to be much, but it is at the underwriters or whatever right now. We're waiting on that answer. As soon as we get that answer, then we're probably fixing to bring it to y'all, the whole package deal for y'all to look at and approve. But even with that said, they are working, I think, of course, Tate ain't here tonight. I think by next month they're gonna have the first quarter of training laid out. We'll actually have it scheduled to where everybody can start signing up and start participating in all the training. And then they're gonna do it quarterly versus trying to lay out a whole year. So every quarter it'll be released, the dates of each quarter for each training. So I'm hoping by next month everything will be on go. So it's going to be huge. Whenever y'all see the whole package, it's going to be huge. So we've already done quite a bit. So with testing of it and all that, as far as we got one class that we've set up that several has went through on the skills checkoffs, and I know a lot of them went through that, got their last month, several got their certificates. You got, Ken got firefighter one, you got firefighter two. So it's working. It's been slow, it's working, but it's getting there and it's fixing to ramp up hot and heavy, so.
So is what you're developing the kind of plan of action, like the curriculum basically?
We've already got that laid out. Really what we're gonna need to do, and that's where we're trying to get everything put together, is we need to run it through the ESD.
So would that be on the server? Is this an actual program or is this a web-based?
Well,
More of a process than
it's
anything.
more of a process. Because if we do it through the individual fire departments, whatever fire department is hosting it, they can't participate in the grant reimbursement.
Can the ESD do it?
Yes.
I thought it was only available for
If we
ESD.
run it through, if we use y'all as the training site,
Okay.
then we can run it through y'all and all 11 can participate. And to also let y'all know, as we've been doing a lot of these, there's been a lot of participation from outside of the county. So it's actually even gonna draw
Sure.
in more people to help even support our training from outside. And it's already been there. And they're saying as soon as you go full bore, we're on board, so.
Great. Now, through the ESD, where the ESD hires the trainer, and the trainer might train at different locations where people come into, correct?
Correct, because
Not
it will
physically on site here?
No, not
that's
physically
not
on
discussed.
site here. It will actually be bounced in different areas in the county. So, cause if you
Yeah,
had them
draw
all,
different-
yeah, cause if
different
you had them all south, then the guys north have to drive south. If you have them all north, they have to drive. There are several classes that have to be repeated because there's no way we can get them all in a class.
Sure.
There's gonna be multiple classes throughout the year, but it will be like one south, one north,
Mhm.
one east, one west, so that it should hit a hub of where, you know, multiple
people in,
departments
yeah.
are. To where you cut your drive time down, because, you know, some of these are gonna be evening classes, some will be weekend classes. But some that we're fixing to kick off is the EVOC, which we have to have, because that's one of our insurance riders, that we have to have that every 2 years. So that's gonna be it's got to be cycled every year, because if we don't have it, then, you know, we could lose our insurance, so. CPR is another one, it's gonna be a huge rotating class. Once we get that going, we'll offer it to citizens also. That one also, we're connecting up with Mother Francis, to where we're gonna ride underneath them, and we are gonna become a training center, or actually, we're gonna ask y'all to do that, to where we'll sign an agreement with them, to where y'all can do that, where we can put on the classes, because you have to be a training center to put on the classes. And we did go to EPMC, and we couldn't get it through them, so Mother Francis did work with us on that. So, and we've got most all the instructors just about ready to go on everything. Which we've had to work multiple years to get enough instructors out there. And the instructors I'm talking about are TCFP instructors. So, and we've got a lot of medical out there, you know, for all that too, so.
Awesome.
But it's close. I'm hoping to present everything to y'all next month.
Thank you. Looking forward. It's exciting to hear this talk.
Well, like I
About
said, they're,
training and-
you know, they're working hard on truck and apparatus and equipment, but all of them's gonna take a whole lot longer, cause there's a whole lot of data coming in with them. It's not, we're just saying, oh, well, theirs is a 10-year-old truck, they need a new one. There's a lot more going into it than that. So, but that's coming down the line too. It's just farther down the line.
I've had several questions from different departments on the personnel pay scale.
There should be an email coming out from me probably by Thursday. Because we did hear that there is confusion on that. And I will say, for all the